Hello everyone, this is Jason from Prime Time Aquatics, and today we're going to do something a bit unusual. We're wondering, are there any fish that you keep that you wish you hadn't bought? We've got just a few in the fish room, and so I wanted to take you around the fish room and show you some fish where if we had to go back and do it again, we probably wouldn't have purchased these fish, so stay tuned. Alright, so I think the first fish that I kind of regret buying are these guys here, my black skirt tetras. It's not that they're bad fish, it's just when I was buying them, I thought I was buying black phantom tetras, or at least that's what I wanted, and I wasn't thinking. It was just one of those days where I just wasn't thinking, and I picked up a half a dozen of the black skirts, and they're okay, right? They're peaceful, relatively peaceful. They are very hardy fish, but it wasn't what I wanted, so in that sense it's kind of disappointing. So I would say the black skirt tetras are probably one that if I were going to be looking at fish again, I probably wouldn't get them. And as crazy as this sounds, the next fish I sort of regret buying are the electric blue jack Dempseys. I didn't get a particularly healthy batch, as you can see here. These guys are not looking the best. They're older and they're still really small, so genetically I think there's a lot of things wrong with the group that I got. I started out with 6. 4 of them died pretty early on, and then these 2 wound up having eye issues, and certainly I would say their growth must be stunted, because these fish are going on a year old and they're still like maybe a couple inches, and they're in bad shape, right? So I regret buying them, and I've heard, you hear the rumors about how sometimes genetically the electric blue jack Dempseys might not be of the best quality to get that electric blue gene. There are some other issues that can occur as a result. So I definitely, if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have gotten these guys. Even though the colors are cool, I just think there are too many issues. So one of the other fish I think we probably wouldn't buy a second time around are these tinfoil barbs. And it's not that they're not cool looking. I think they're really awesome looking. They've got cool colors, they've got a really fun personality. They're constantly in motion, which is cool. The problem is, when I bought them, and this was a long time ago, this was probably 8 or 9 years ago, this was my first large tank, the 150, and so, I wanted to get some larger fish, and I didn't fully appreciate how much these fish like to swim. And that's the biggest issue. And these fish really belong in at least a 6-foot tank, if not larger. And it's a 150-gallon tank, but it's only a 4-foot long tank, and so I just don't think they have the room that they really deserve. And we'll probably have to fix that situation at some point. But going back, if I could talk to my younger self, I would probably recommend against getting the tinfoil barbs, just because they are so big, they are so active. The next one is in the same tank, and that's the bala shark. I actually had more, and at one point when they were younger, I got rid of some of them. And then this one, again, this is a fish that we bought probably at least 9 years ago. And really for the same reasons. It's a really awesome fish, cool colors, great personality. It's just, it's too active for a 4-foot 150. And so this is another fish that really needs a much, much larger tank. And when they get to full size, even a 6-foot long tank it's definitely debatable whether or not they should be in a 6-foot tank. So this fish, again, it's been in this tank forever, and it's probably, if not the oldest fish that we have in our fish room, really close to it. And again, the regret that I have is just buying it and not having a much larger tank for it. And so if I could go back, I certainly wouldn't have done that. All right, everybody, so those are some of the fish that we probably wouldn't buy a second time around. There's a couple others that I couldn't show you, and that's why they're on the list. One is our clown Pleco, really awesome fish. It's in the 75-gallon with the green severum, but we really never see it. The second one, we've got a chocolate zebra Pleco up in one of our breeding Pleco tanks, and that's another fish. I haven't seen it really since we've broken down that tank and reset it up. And so both of those fish, they hide all the time, and it really is what keeps me from buying some rather nice Plecos. We just don't see them. So again, if you've got something in your tank where you're like, yeah, you know what, I probably wouldn't buy that one again, share that in the comments below. And if you like this video, share, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.